Therapy Army, where are you? Last day having you. Manchester's red. You can hear it. You can hear it, people. I've lost my voice. I have lost my voice. It's gone. The city is yours. The city is yours. 20,000 empty seats. Are you effing sure? Got another one for you. You've only come to see United. Come to see United. You've only come to see United. Now you can go home. Bye-bye, City. Bye-bye. Guys, I wanted to do this match reaction around 4 o'clock. And guess what? I've had to walk around. I've had to knock a couple of few doors. People were telling me another Haaland hat-trick. Haaland hat-trick, they said. And you know what? That cyborg.
Nuruddin.
I found the piece. that needs to be inside that cyborg. I think it looks a bit like this. I don't know if you can see it. There's a piece inside that cyborg that needed to be fixed, and it wasn't. But anyway, welcome to United Real Therapy. Therapy Army. Last day having ya. I've got to give it up to you.
Come on. Where's the apology? My guy? Come on, brother.
I'll give it up to you. It's not an apology. It's just that I've got to give it up
when I get giddy, it's for a reason.
You said yesterday, your words were, I want this team to go behind.
I do. I want to see it. Yeah.
I want to see that. So I'm sitting there, 60-something minutes gone, and I'm like, oh no, please, Tom's theory come true. I beg you, Tom, where's your magic? Where are you? Where's your magic? And you know what? At the end, I was singing There's Only One Tom. Somebody asked me, who's Tom? I said, the guy who predicted what was going to happen. He said 3-1. You said 3-1, but I'll take 2-1, no problem. Tom, take it away. Guys, smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. Because Manchester is red. Come on, United.
Right. Let's dissect. What can we take from the game? Individual performances. We said we wanted Fred to play in this game. We said it was a must. He had to play in this game. Even if he was going to play 4 midfield players, you had to play Fred in this game for the energy that he would bring. And we saw that today in that midfield. We saw that. Kevin De Bruyne, wherever Kevin De Bruyne operated or wherever he went, he followed him. Completely man-marked Kevin De Bruyne in that game. And what did I say to you? If you have someone like a Varane, a Martinez, whoever was going to play centre-half for us, goes straight into the back of Erling Haaland, he's going to drop deeper and deeper and deeper into Manchester City's line, into Kevin De Bruyne's operating space. And long and behold, Nuruddin, they didn't create chances because their main creative player was isolated because Erling Haaland was operating in the same area as him. And then the only thing that I said yesterday also, if you make Erling Haaland drop into Kevin De Bruyne's space, is if you then nullify their 2 wide players for majority of the game and nullify their opportunities on the ball. Malacia, as soon as the ball was even thought of in Rodri's head to play out wide to Amares or to whoever on the wide options or the wide areas, Bernardo Silva, Foden, whoever, as soon as it was an option, went straight through the back of them, and got the ball at the end of the day. And we wanted to see grit. We wanted to see determination. And I said what I said yesterday for a reason, because I wanted to see if we'd learned. I wanted to see if we'd improved. And I wanted to see if something had been actually changed with these players and with this squad from the last time when we played Manchester City, because they didn't listen to his instructions. They didn't listen to his plan. But I need to make a point anyway. Mr. Guardiola, where's this weapon of mass destruction that was going to completely, blow everybody away? Where was this amazing sort of figure that this cyborg that I've heard about? They're going to double hat tricks and all this, that, the other again. I don't hear it. All I hear is all this whinging and whining over results and complaints of, it's offside and, fine margins and this, that, the other. I know Alicia would love that line in the chat. Big up to her. Love to her. But when you take the facts and the dissecting of it, it's another win. It's 3 points. It's another win at home. Old Trafford, teams used to come here and they used to take the piss out of us when they used to come to Old Trafford. They used to thought, away day, have a couple of pints, go there, take the piss out of Man United, chore the 3 points, home. See you later. Don't look at it that way now. Teams come here and they fear playing at Old Trafford. The atmosphere in those last 20, 30 minutes, I unluckily enough had to watch it on TV. But for the people that I knew that went to the game, a couple of my journalistic friends and stuff, a couple of them being Manchester City fans, they even have commented, Nuruddin, and said something's different when you go to Old Trafford, whether you're a neutral or whether you're an opposite or whether you're a right. Hardly see the fan. They're always off the edge of the seat. When one player picks up the ball or, somebody, even if it's a tackle, Nuruddin, people are getting fired up over a tackle. Manchester United used to be a graveyard. It used to be completely used to see half the stadium was empty to go to some games, derby games even. There wasn't that many people that used to go because we always knew what we was expecting. Now we've seen that this team can and has not fully changed because I want to see the Arsenal game and I want to see the Palace game first. I want to see the next couple of games. Let's keep it going. Let's keep the prolonged run. But all I'm going to say is this, the final point is, people say Manchester City are in the title race with the 1 point. But we are behind them. That would conclude that Manchester United have to be in that fight also. But the only thing I will say is, people say about Manchester City can go on these 12, 15 game unbeaten runs or winning runs. Manchester United are already on a 9-game winning run right now. 9 consistent wins. And the only time that we had dropped points was the Newcastle game when we drew, obviously with the 0-0, which there was some controversy with that game as well. Another day, you could have got 3 points there. But we've got to take the facts and the basics of it. We are where we are, and let's not get overhyped and let's not get carried away with ourselves. But with what Erik ten Hag came into at the start of the season to what he has had to produce now, if he does not get anywhere near the managerial awards at the end of the season, or the manager of the Premier League or whatever it is, manager of the month, whatever, if he does not get even a recommendation for it, I don't know the sort of thing, but something's changed in the air. You can tell there's a different feeling now.
Feel it.
You can feel it. You can feel it. This is the thing. But anyway, that's my point. I wanted to see it. I wanted to see the change. I said, let's go behind. Let's see the balls. Let's see the bravery, and let's have it.
Listen,
and boy,
Tom,
did we have it.
Listen, Tom. First of all, being at the game, the first thing I noticed within the first 2 to 3 minutes, that Fred is on De Bruyne, that Eriksen is shadowing Rodri, that Man United are not playing some low block football. We're not in our own area. We're pressing them. And all they're doing is passing the ball back from Akanji to Ake. That's what they're doing. And then they're going wide at times. I thought in that first half, we should be in the lead already. We should be 1-0 up, or at least 1-0 up. Yeah. You see Martial is injured. You see he's giving everything that he can, but he's posing a threat.
Even Rashy.
Outlet. When we win the ball back, he's controlling the ball. But he can tell that he can't expand his legs. He can't do it. And then, oh my gosh. You know what? We battle it. We think Rashford should at least scored at least one out of those 2 chances. The form that he's been on. We go in, then Rashford goes down. He's injured. He's limping. And then we're like, Rashford is off. Rashford is definitely coming off. Anthony was warming up half-time. So we're like, Rashford. The whole stadium is thinking Rashford's coming off. Martial then comes off. Rashford stays on. Rashford is then limping. City then take hold of the game because the biggest thing that Martial was dropping into the hole and literally occupying the 2 centre-halves of Man City. When he wasn't there to do it, they pushed up. Anthony is not some guy that's going to run beyond them. And Anthony is a small guy so that they can bully. So they were just like, we're leaving him, right? We're leaving him. And then they took hold of the ball. De Bruyne come into the game. Rodri came into the game. Walker came into the game. And it was between a combination of those 3 and Fred just that split second losing the run of De Bruyne in the box. Then that ball goes to the back post. And it's Wan-Bissaka, to be fair, the only thing he did wrong today. I'm not going to lie to you. What I saw from Wan-Bissaka today in a tough game where City pressed the living day out of you, on the ball, he was magnificent. But we talked about it. I put a tweet out yesterday, the day before, saying that, oh, damn, that back post header. And Grealish climbed. All he had to do was nudge him. Grealish doesn't get off the ground. Watch the goal again. Grealish climbs already. He's up there. He scores. Then the substitution comes. The fans are still singing. That's why I've lost my voice. You can hear it. I've lost my voice. The stadium's jumping. City fans are celebrating. We try to drown them out, but by us singing. Then what happens? Then we get a bit of energy because of the crowd. The team gets a bit of energy. We try to put a couple of things together. But all throughout the game, especially in that second half and large parts of the first half, we're playing the Hollywood ball too early. We're trying to play the Hollywood ball too early. Anyway, Eriksen goes, so Bruno comes inside. More energy, more dynamicism. Next minute, Wan-Bissaka does a brilliant piece of skill. Gives it to Casemiro. Casemiro hooves it. Rashford, I'm in line with Rashford. I'm like, Rashford, you're offside. But he leaves it. And you know what? In the name of the famous sport commentator in America, Stephen H. Smith, I'll repeat for all those people that are coming about the offside. We don't care. We don't care. Because I don't give a damn. I've seen Man United lose league titles at Old Trafford when we scored a perfectly good goal against Chelsea and it gets offside given. When we score two perfectly good goals against Porto and then they go and win the Champions League. So, cry me a river. And anyway, I'm there in that stadium. And the stadium is electric. Bruno goal. I'm screaming. I'm telling everybody. Everybody's like, oh, he's offside. I'm like, no. I'm screaming at everybody around me. I'm in line with Bruno. Bruno is onside. And then the thing that what we've been brought up to witness as United fans in the last 30 years at that stadium, in a derby, is 1-1. It's 10 minutes to go. We're shooting the Stretford end. That goal is coming. And basically, the stadium was rocking that much. Man United players got energized by the fans. Garnacho does the most beautiful turn. I think even when he's at home now, Ake is still spinning. He's still doing this. Because the way he dropped his shoulder and then crossed it with his left foot, Rashford, people are like, oh, he's offside again. No, he's not. Because guess what? Rashford is behind the ball. You can't be offside. If a winger is taking the ball to the touchline almost and beat his man and whips the ball in, you can't be offside because you are behind the ball. And he puts it through his legs. And that was it. That is the story of the derby, people. Yesterday, I was pessimistic because I knew Martial wasn't fully fit. And I knew Rashford, can they stop Rashford? All of it, I was triggered by the Glazers and what's happening and the fact that they didn't register workers. All of these things was doing my head in. The nerves. Because I have to live in this city. Everyone has to live in this city. Mumbai have to live in this city. And you know what? I've been going around on my bike today after the game. And guess what? Nobody wants to open their doors. Nobody wants to answer the phone. Nobody. The City fans are all pissed off the Stockport. That's what's happened. How did you see the game?
Oh, man. Shit, I was the best sort of buzz I got from Man United in a long, long time. I won't lie. It was such a, I mean, even as if you were neutral watching that, it was a really great game of football because, you know, we talked about it yesterday and how we'd set up, and me and Tom mentioned it yesterday as having like the diamond or having four in midfield. And then the problem is like Bruno shifts to the right if Eriksen plays, you know, behind the front too. You know, I was just like, how is he going to do it? Is he going to go for it? But I was sort of thinking that he's got to, because we get battered in the midfield. We just get murdered in the midfield like we did at 6-3. And then there was also the issue if they scored first. So watching the first half was interesting. I love the fact that I think he actually got, although it might have been a risk to many for supporters, I think he got the selection like spot on, absolutely spot on. To change the team, not have Anthony, just specifically for this game, showed me that the manager, you know, has learned. The manager has got tactic. He's thought about this very carefully. He's had time to adjust, to see how the football works, to see how City play, see what he can do with his team. And he took a bold decision, and boy, did it pay off. Now, we had definitely had the better of the first half, but the ball didn't quite run for Rashford, and he wasn't quite on game to at least make more of those opportunities he had. But I was watching him, and I just loved the fact that they couldn't get through us. They couldn't go through us. You know, we blocked off the channels to go right through. You know, like Rodri coming through, or even Ake running to go through. They were all blocked off. So I saw he got the tactics right, and we matched them, even though, you know, we knew it was going to be a game where they have the possession.
The biggest thing he did in that first half is mark De Bruyne out the game,
Yeah.
Rodri out of the game.
That was Fred though, yeah.
Out there, because they're the people that supply Cancelo out of the game, Walker out of the game.
Yeah.
The 4 creative guys that do the triangle that overload you on one side. And in the second half, when they overloaded us on the right hand side, they got in and they scored from that. So
yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying to you. So if you watch the first half as a United fan, you're thinking, okay, shit, we're in the game. Are we going to rue those misses, you know, or those half opportunities, or, you know, you could call them even 3/4 opportunities that Rashford had? But I was just so glad that we weren't sort of, taken by their attack, obviously, because, you know, everybody was thinking, okay, they've lost to Southampton, they didn't have a shot on goal, a little hole in their armor, and what's it going to be? So United fans got a bit giddy, etc. I predicted a 1-1. You predicted a 1-1. I don't know what Tom predicted.
Tom predicted a 3-1.
3-1 win. Yeah, actually, Tom predicted a win. So I mean, I was like, okay, well, let's see. And then when I saw that second half, I was like, Nuruddin, they had something like 90% possession for 13, 14 minutes. I was trying to work out, so what's changing? I was trying to look at what's changes. Like you said, the overloaders on the right, etc. And they really,
Everything got tired of, and like he always.
I said, look at my tweet at halftime. My tweet said, fatigue is going to be the factor for us at the moment. Can this team cope with that level of intensity from City again for another 90 minutes? And I was like, no, I said it on my tweet. You can go and check it. So I said fatigue would be a problem. But then watching that 14 minutes or whatever, where City went into the next gear to a degree, they must have got obviously a rollicking or a little wake-up call from a Pep. I was like, okay, here we go. Here's the City now. And I could see us sort of hanging on. But then, and I knew Martial had to come off.
For 15 minutes, they bossed it.
They totally bossed us, Nuruddin. That was the City that dominates most teams. In most cases,
the Irfan still, they bossed it, but they look at Z Gould here. He still had one shot on target.
Yeah, I know, Nuruddin, but normally, Nuruddin, with 90% possession, they score 2 or 3 normally. Let's be honest. They normally do. They normally that's how they win. That's why they're the best team in the country. That's why one of the best in Europe, because I was watching them, and no disrespect to us. I was quite in awe watching them for 40 minutes. Like, they're such a good team. But I knew Martial had to come off. I knew Garnacho had to come on and run at them guys, because like Southampton showed, like teams, unless you've got a measured way of playing with these guys and attack them in a measured way, not in a gung-ho way, not in a crazy kamikaze way, in a measured way, a thought-out way of attacking them, like we did, we can beat them, because they're not used to it. And every time I've watched them lose, they get beat like Southampton did, beat them in a measured way where you attack them and you match their intensity. So when they scored that first goal, they were obviously thinking, right, that's it. It's going to be 2 or 3. And you could see the fans, even on TV, you're like, shit, this is it now. But that change happened at the right time. Taking Eriksen off was the right move. Getting Anthony on was the right move as well, right? It was that those things worked for us, but we still managed to maintain our shape. Now, watching Man United when we came back to Scott, I still thought it was going to be 1-1. I didn't think we were going to win 2-1. But I knew we had a chance of at least, scoring with Garnacho on, because he's the only player, winger or any forward apart. Well, him and Rashford, they go straight through. They will try to take you on. They will try to get past you. And football's a simple game. Once you got to take on someone, you got an overload. It's simple. That's how simple the game is. I don't understand. This is why I curse the modern game, because when I used to watch football in the 70s and 80s, it was all about dribbling and taking on guy, bang, setting up, and
could you hear the stadium after we got the equalizer? Could you guys hear how the stadium?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
For me, there was no way. There was only going to be one winner in that game after we.
Nuruddin, yeah, I know the momentum, but Nuruddin, I know the momentum with us, right? I know it was, But look, this was
you know, City players lost their head.
yeah,
They
but
were arguing with the referee.
Yeah, I know, but Nuruddin, look, right? We'll go into the goal in a short while. You know, like I said, we can go into that because let's be honest about that.
Hold it there. I want to bring Mumbai in, and then we'll come back.
Can I just finish off though? Can I just finish what I said? The end of it though. Watching that goal come at exactly the right time when you've got the team behind, the fans behind you. We scored at just the right time, and the question was for me is, were we going to be able to react to going behind? You know, they haven't lost since 2021. I don't know what year when they're ahead. You know, it's been that long when they're ahead and they lose. It's such a long time ago. Trust me. I looked at the stats today. It was somewhere mid 2021, right? They're not used to it. This was the game for me where if you wanted belief, you got it. You got Christmas belief or whatever belief. It came early today. The question is, obviously, United fans getting giddy about the title. I'm saying, yo, hold on. Yeah. Let's see the next 10 games. Let's see around 10 games. And then you can talk about the title. You can't talk about anything else, but everyone's talking about the title. But it was one of the most incredible buzzes to see the turnaround or win today because we played proper football. And if you're neutral watching Man United today, you say, that was proper football. That was a proper team. It's the first time I've seen where I can't criticize anyone in the team performance. Probably only what's he called? McTominay at the end. He looked like he's not ready for this game. He just looked off it. He's the only guy I could say when I watched them all. But it was the first team performance I've seen by Man United in a long, long time.
Mumbai, take it away.
Next.
Go ahead.
That's all I'm saying. Who's next, man? Who's next?
No next.
Palace, man.
All right.
Oh my God, man. Yes, do you know what? First of all, it's a beautiful day.
CM, if you got time, jump on. I've sent you the link on Twitter. Go ahead.
Yeah, man, you can tell it's a beautiful day. The comments are buzzing. So big up to you guys tonight. Good evening. Good evening to all the regulars, all the therapy army. The comments are really buzzing if you're reading them down there. Some really good stuff going on. Big up to Alicia Siniakova, the extended voice, extended family member of the panel. Big up to Michael O'Connor. Well said. It's going to be a lit game against Arsenal, and may the best team win. And today, man, this is Man City, so I'm scared. I go into this game a little bit apprehensive. I had butterflies all day. I knocked on the door. The boys opened the door to watch the game, and I had this ridiculous grin on my face, not knowing what to expect, but hoping to see what we've been doing and play our game. The first half, I thought we were absolutely fabulous. Fred basically grounded De Bruyne. And I don't know if you guys realized and saw how deep De Bruyne came to get that ball and how deep Haaland was coming. Yeah. Haaland came to the back three at one point to touch the ball. Yeah, that's called team shape. That's called perfect team shape today. First half, absolutely superb. And you know what? I was a bit upset not to be 1-0 up. 1-0 up should have been was deserved. We had some opportunities, some really good counter attacks, some really good play to get out of the situation. You know, we were away. I thought second half we lost our way a little bit, and I could sort of see City getting into their groove a bit, knocking it about for a spell. We lost our shape a little bit. I know the guys have played a lot of games. I know they got a bit tired in that game. But you know what? If anybody had to take the 3 points, I think we were worth it today. I think overall on the whole performance, we played well. I think it was just an entire team performance. They're starting to trust this manager. And we as fans have to start really believing that the belief, it rubs off, that belief. Liverpool spoke about it when Klopp took over. The fans have to start to believe in themselves, in this team and the players. It rubs off. I remember you, Structure, going to games and saying to me, we were nervous, so the team was nervous. It was just nerves. And they couldn't relax until they got a few slaps and we were 1-0 down. So start believing, man. And, we might be in a title race here. By the end of the Arsenal game, by that full-time whistle, we may well look at each other and think, guys, we're in a title race, not top 4 race anymore. Even if it's momentary, we might have to come forward and think, you know what, let's start dreaming, man. So an amazing day, great performances from everybody. Wan-Bissaka, you know, I love Wan-Bissaka.
Amazing performance at Wan-Bissaka.
Yeah. I mean, I am somebody that have never, I'd say 2 things to finish. The first one is I don't believe in selling any single player until the new manager has had a look at him and tried and tested him, because you get different results with different players under different managers. So that's one thing. And I think Wan-Bissaka, Fred, you know, these players I've always liked them. I've not wanted to get rid of these players. You know, they have good qualities, and I think under this manager we're starting to see some of that. Fred today, somebody in the comments said a really good comment. Fred, just go hunting, man. Just go hunting for us. And he hunted De Bruyne down. Yeah, it's not easy to contain what I regard as the best midfielder in the world for a few years now. You know, he gets half a chance, he will cause you a problem. But in the main, we nullified City, and David De Gea's lack of our need for, you know, our lack of need for David De Gea in that game shows how good we were there. So a great day, great performance, and yeah, man, it's party time, guys. You know, what can I say?
It's a full house. Therapy Army. It's a full house tonight. It's a full house. So smash a absolute like. Smash a like. Smash a like on the video. Smash a like if you hate Glazers. Smash a like if you want to give a handkerchief to Pep and his boys who are that was offside, crying tonight.
Smash a like for Stuart Atwell.
Listen, he was giving us nothing. Honestly, he was the most frustrating Stuart Atwell. He was giving them everything. But CM, welcome.
Nah.
We're gonna go to Malcolm and then Arun. CM, your match reaction, please. Your match reaction, please. Big up everybody. Please smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already
Good to have you back, CM.
If you're
Good
not
to
subscribed,
see you as well, man.
hit that notification bell because it lets you know we're live. Therapy Army, that's me having you. That's me having you. Come on. CM, talk to me.
It was an enjoyable game. Just thinking about the energy that they came out with in the start, especially the beginning of the first half. They were trapping Manchester City in wide areas and really engaging. And I think this Manchester City team, they haven't been the best by their standards recently. I think in possession at times they've given it away poorly, especially in this game. And they gave Manchester United a lot of opportunities. I thought that ball over the top, through on goal, it was on a lot of the time, and we missed a lot of chances in the first half, and that made me it almost made me start to worry, because I was like, if we don't take one of these opportunities, Rashford goes down late in the half, you're kind of thinking, is it gonna go our way today? And then we go 1-0 down in the second half, and you know, the crowd starts to kind of go a bit quiet. Your mood starts to drop. But credit to the lads today. They were able to regroup. I thought the game plan was spot on of how we needed to approach the game. Like what Earthman said earlier, the team selection was great as well. And it worked in the end of the day. The substitutions made. Garnacho had a strong impact today. And when Rashford was needed to be in the right place up front through the middle, he offered something that Anthony Martial, who hasn't really looked fully fit himself in the games that he's played, and he wasn't able to do. You know, Marcus Rashford continues his great form. Garnacho, even though he was a bit fortuitous with the way the ball bounced back to him, he made the most of it. And there were just really good performances defensively today. Varane, Luke Shaw, solid again. I thought Malacia, even though he's caught a bit of criticism of recent times, he's really redeemed that in this game, and he brought a very good performance today.
CM, we have to, when I see Malacia on the street next time, I'm going to pick him up. I'm 6'4".
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to shake him just to see if Mahrez is in one of his pockets.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to do. That is what I'm going to have to shake him. I'm going to get people put people in the public say, please help me, let me shake this guy.
I'm going Nuruddin. I'm going Nuruddin. I'm going Nuruddin.
In there somewhere.
Nuruddin, did you think he was going to do that to Malassi? Malassi was going to get Mahrez. Do you think he was going to do that performance on him? You really think?
Listen, I talked about this kid for a long time. One thing this kid is not, he's still got bits to learn, especially to be composed on the ball. But in terms of aggression and energy and intensity, that's the reason why we bought him. Carry on, here.
100%. But yeah, overall, bringing Fred into the team, knowing what he can offer on the game. I know we have our moments with Fred, and we've had our little Fred and McTominay debates, but when Fred is on, he's able to offer something in that midfield that not a lot of players in this squad can. And then moving Eriksen in an advanced position, so he doesn't really need to engage in that midfield battle as much, and the physicality, it worked to perfection today. So really happy with the result, and the turnaround late on, you could just hear almost the momentum ramping up in Old Trafford. There were small plays before the equaliser where I believe we closed Manchester City down for one of them, and even though it went out for a goal kick, you could hear the crowd begin to roar again and start to believe that something was coming. And then it led up to those moments, which made it even better.
Yeah, big up. Listen, Malcolm, give me your match reaction. What are you feeling when 1-0 down? Specifically, don't tell me how the game. When we're 1-0 down, what is your emotions? And then the way we came back, could you hear the stadium? Could you hear, even when City scored, how the stadium was still jumping? Could you hear the fans lifting the players? Could you hear that through the TV?
Big time. Big time.
Big up, by the way, Hassan Yusuf for all the quotes. Ten Hag on Bruno's goal. I can see it from the other side as well. The rules. It's a confusing moment for the back line of the opponent. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. Look, man, 1-0 down, man. I'm not gonna lie. I was deflated. Honestly. Like, I just looked at Grealish, sub, and I'm like, yo, honestly, honestly, I didn't really expect much as to, you know what? Honestly, it just looked like City were gonna score second, because in the second half they just came all guns blazing. I think Pep changed it in the second half, and he just like, you know what, like fine, let's try and find De Bruyne in the pockets and try and let it off to De Bruyne as much as we can, and obviously it unfortunately he landed to Grealish, but honestly, I was just so deflated. I was like, oh my God, all the effort, all that drive, to get that first goal, it's all going to waste. And then all of a sudden, Fernandez scores, which was offside at first, but then, with the decision being overturned, like,
Malcolm,
you could just see.
Malcolm, 1 minute. Where's Vaz? Is Vaz in the chat? It's Uncle Vaz, it's nephew Vaz in the chat. No, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. But yeah, I think after the decision was overturned, like, you could see the fans, screaming, yelling, with passion, He's like, yes, it's 1-1. Come on, let's go. I was feeling it as well, And then Garnacho comes on and the mood just starts to change. And then obviously, that sets us up, to score the second. And then, oh my days, like, I don't think I've ever felt this much passion, I don't think I've ever had this much passion in a very, very long time. And, for me to just, witness, these players, fight for the badge, play for the manager, you know what I mean? Like, this is ours, you know what I mean? Like, we could have lost today, but, still put in a good performance, but we needed this win today. We needed this win. And I'm not gonna lie, I was tearing up at some point. I'm not gonna lie, man. Like, I think, and at some point the emotion just cut up to me. But that's what winning does to you, you know what I mean? That's you just always you get that emotional feeling that that you've done it, you know what I mean? And so, I mean, obviously, it's still early in the season, but we just need to keep pushing, you know what I mean? We're still in the Carabao Cup, we're still in the FA Cup, we still got Europa to play for. So yeah, man, it's looking good. It's looking good, man. It's looking good. Great start to the new year.
Listen,
Yeah.
big up, yeah, man. Big up Malcolm. Arun, go on, sir. Go on. Tell me. You did say about Fred. We were right. Most of us who said
most
we
of
would
us, yeah.
play Fred. Yeah, yesterday, most of us said Fred should play. And I specifically mentioned the game against Spurs, how Fred can do a job. And Fred, I thought, other than a couple of moments here or there, I thought he was magnificent. But go ahead.
No, I mean Fred was beautiful today. It was amazing the way he locked Kevin De Bruyne. And I was talking to my friend the other day that if you rough City wingers, rough them up, like you be physical with them and try to kick them, they tends to be passive after that. Malacia kicked Riyad Mahrez a few times. He should have got a yellow card, but he escaped nicely. And Mahrez didn't want to take him on. He just cut back and pass. Same goes for Foden. Foden, they want to play the Manchester derby. Pep had to hook him off. So I really like that part of the mentality. And one more thing that we were questioning our team, that if, for example, if they go 1-0 down against a better team, against Man City, do they have the mental capacity to come back? Because
Arun, forget that. Tom asked for that. Tom was like, I want to see us go 1-0 down, and I want to see this. That spirit of this team. You know what?
Yeah.
60 something minutes. I'm sat there like that. I'm like, come on, please, Tom, be right. Please, Tom, be right. Because in my head, I'm thinking, they've had one shot on goal and they've scored. Like, I was like, if we lose 1-0 to these just like that now, I'll be devastated because they didn't do enough to win the game. They dominated. They had the tiki-taka BS, but without making shots, tiki-taka means nothing.
No.
But go ahead.
No, absolutely, because I was really scared. I gave up after 1-0. What personally gave me hope was when Wan-Bissaka and Casemiro had those passing moments between them for a few seconds, and in that moment later he tried to have a shot and we got a corner. I thought, like, okay, there's a wave coming. Okay.
The crowd reacted.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
So Wan-Bissaka, the best I've ever seen him on the ball in a Man United shirt. By absolute, he was the most composed player on the ball today.
Yes. Did you see some of the skills he did? Some of this, I couldn't believe some of the skill. I was like, what? Wow, is this a guy?
That gave me hope that even though they're 1-0 down against City, and if he's brave, then all of them should be braver. And then that lifted me a bit. And then the goal eventually came, quite clever from Bruno. And then, as you say, bro, the momentum, the crowd, and whenever City were trying to have their own chance, the Old Trafford crowd were like overlapping with their own funny version or whatever. It was lovely. It was great atmosphere. Unlucky not to be there personally, but from TV. Before kickoff, I was breaking myself. I don't want to lose because it's a derby. That's why I was going crazy and saying 4-3 last night in the prediction table, and 2-1. Super happy with the mentality character. When Rashford went down and when Casemiro went down, my heart sank a bit because with those injuries, this victory wouldn't be that sweet. So happy that they are fit, and hopefully we start Weghorst, and I can see him scoring next game against Palace.
Well, him and Sancho were sat in the stands together anyway, weren't they?
Play Garnacho, man. Like if he, I used to think he's arrogant and stuff. I get that, which is important. But I used to think he was really like he want to score first. But this guy, I don't want to say his name, but if Greenwood was there, Greenwood would have tried to make a shot. But this guy decided to dribble and just pass it square to Rashford. Elite thinking, like calmness on the ball. Like, how can you do that? Like, you're 18, 19. You would rather be the match winner, but he took the man on and passed with the left foot. Amazing, good thinking.
Yeah.
Honestly, to me, that was the most piece of magic, and I'll stay with you, Tom. The most to me, that moment, I'm screaming at him. I'm literally, honestly, it's hard for me. I'm gonna have to take a photo so you guys can see where the seat is. Right there. Basically, I'm here. The tunnel is just about 15 yards, 16 yards to that side, 17 yards, right? And I'm there like, we're like, take him on, Garnacho. Because he tried to cross it first time. It hits one of the City defenders, then the ball comes back to him. And we're like, take him on. The way he drops the shoulder, he drops it to the right and then spins to the left. And that left foot cross to Rashford was so perfect. And the rest is history. But go ahead. Listen, for me, I'll do it now. People can get giddy because it was a derby win, and we don't beat them, especially getting smashed 6-3. So now the cowardly tag is away now because I can't see that this team dropping the standards to the way it used to be last season or the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
If we lose the game, we lose because the other team scored some amazing goals or whatever, right? But
Yeah.
we're not going to lose games by being cowardice or by just walking around and mulling around. That's what we're not going to lose. So I'm taking the cowardice tag away. Bottle job mentality still, to me, that still has to remain. It still has to remain.
Get over the line with your trophy, and we might be able to discuss that. But
exactly. But Tom, in terms of the shift, because that game, 66 minutes, is 1-0, and Man United, City are pinging the ball. Grealish is taking people on. Grealish is hugging the ball, buying fouls. Wan-Bissaka and Casemiro on that side just play a bit of combination play. Stadium erupts. Next minute, we're having shots again. We're pinning them back. Next minute, the goal comes. City lose their head. I mean, in that way, it is so weird, that game. All of you, honestly, I will ask you to watch it again, because the way the flow was, it looked like 1-0. City are in control. They're pinging it left to right. They're switching play. They're finding Grealish. Next minute, we get a bit of energy. Obviously, Eriksen goes, so Bruno comes in the middle. We get a bit of energy. And then what did you see on TV from that moment, specifically that moment?
Well, you see the shifting change, don't you? Like, City came out in the second half, and for that first 15 minutes, I think we can all say it, that is the City that have won the last 4 out of the 5 league titles. That is the team that has broken records of 100 points and this, that, the other. That's the team that has completely took the Premier League by storm and created its own dynasty. But in Erik ten Hag's own words in that first press conference, when he got asked the question about Liverpool and Manchester City's dominance, errors must come to an end, and they always do. And when you have somebody who wants to come in and make statements like this, and then he goes on to lose the first 2 games in the way that we did, but to go from that team in those first 2 games to now, night and day, completely night and day. And listen, teams are fearing coming to Old Trafford now. They fear playing against Manchester United, the tactics, the play style, because they know that coming to Old Trafford, you ain't going to play your game and get away with it. You ain't going to come here and play your tiki-taka all, 60, 70 minutes and have training sessions like you were doing last season. No, it's not happening anymore. But the one thing that all these teams, and I tell you for a fact now, from personal friends and colleagues, a lot of the rival teams are shitting it now, pardon my language, over Manchester United potentially getting elite ownership or operators who can actually operate this football club properly. They are bricking it, because you look at this team now and how Ten Hag's having to structure this game now, when Manchester United don't have the full recruitment in progress. They don't have a recruitment setup or a scouting network that they trust or listen to with the players that they find for the football club. And they're not prepared to invest the money it means to get these players. When you suddenly have somebody who's going to come in and do the complete opposite of that, and Ten Hag, I would say it here, he's only got, I would have said, 4, maybe 5 players at a push that are his in this team. Not all of them play week in, week out, depending on fitness and things like that, or rotation. But you give him another summer window, or you give him, potentially another summer window in a January. Give him the time that this man needs. And at the end of the day, sometimes in football, or just in life in general, you'll have something special, or there's just something that's just right. It just feels right and it fits. And Erik ten Hag is that for Manchester United at this moment in time, because in the market right now, a lot of major football clubs are looking at that market and thinking, did we miss the boat? Tottenham especially, will be looking at their list when they had the chance to interview him and they made the assumption that, he ain't good enough for us.
Even Man City. Man
City. If Pep went, it was Luis Enrique, it was Ten Hag. That's who he had already agreed on when they thought he was going to go back to Barcelona or Brazil or go on sabbatical. That was Manchester City's plan. And these managers don't come around very often. And when you have the opportunity to get them, and the final point I'm going to make anyway is, in those sort of highlight moments that we're having now, a manager can impact that, and a manager can change that sort of mentality and can instill something. And yeah, people looked at me last night and they thought, has he had a few too many when he's saying things like we want to go behind and this, that, the other, you know, he's Tom pissed or whatever. No, I was saying it logically because I wanted to, I wanted to see that if this team had changed.
I thought Tom was getting giddy.
I wanted to see, but the only thing is, whenever I get giddy for a reason because I have belief. And the only thing that I will say is, when you go behind in a game, especially in a big game like a derby, like a Liverpool or a Man City sort of game, just take it, for example, you go away 1-0 at Anfield with the atmosphere and the uproar, and then you have the passion and desire to come back in a game like that. Just like today in this game, 60 minutes where you've been the better side in the whole game, and City did not deserve any point, didn't deserve a point, didn't deserve fuck all in that game, probably even a shot on target they didn't deserve.
Right.
And when you take that game, you take the ball by the horns, and like we say, we got the 3 points, and that's all that matters.
The biggest thing for me was the grit. The grit at the moment when we were down,
absolutely.
With the way we were down, the moment did we bring intensity? Did the changes the coach make to the team? Did the team react to the changes the coach made? Did the fans react to a bit of good play by Casemiro and Wan-Bissaka? And then the rest is history. But big up our sister Super Nick. Super Nick says, let's celebrate sitting on top of the world by the Jones girls on repeat.
Remember, they sing that song "Nights Over Egypt." That's their big track, "Nights Over Egypt."
Listen, ask Irfan how crazy I go on the dance floor when he plays that tune.
"Nights Over Egypt," but that's a great track. Sitting on top of the world, that's a great. No, that's what I mean. You know, confidence, Nuruddin. We came into the game with confidence.
Let me just get this. Big up, Sami Assi. I heard that. I heard that Chelsea are doing the dirty on you.
No, is it true, Nuruddin?
It is true, yeah. No, 100%. It's true. Mudryk, they've accepted £100 million offer, Shakhtar. Chelsea's put a tweet and everything out.
Irfan is an Arsenal fan, so he won't do it.
Mate, they're throwing 250 bags at him. What do you mean?
No, I'm telling you, he won't do it. He's an Arsenal fan. Irfan, he posts on Instagram him watching Arsenal games on a laptop. That's what he does. He posts.
Yeah, but wait a second. You say that, Nuruddin. Is that because he knows that they want him badly and he was just trying to encourage it? Saying,
years ago, they asked him and he said, I really want to go to Arsenal. I love Arsenal.
Yeah. This was when he was like 15, 16. Yeah. This was only 15, 16.
Big up, Sami Assi says, let's see you at the Emirates before you get excited. We are still top of the league. City and Liverpool are finished. Arsenal United rivalry is back. Well, it feels like the 90s, bro. It does feel like the 90s.
Not yet, Nuruddin. Let's see what happens when we play Arsenal.
Listen, for this weekend alone, we're back to the 90s. Even if it's just this weekend alone, I'm having it. I'm celebrating it.
And also, Liverpool lost. So I'm not going to tell you what the
future is.
But in the 90s, we were the best team, though. We were expected to win.
No, listen, and Liverpool also, in the beginning of the 90s, we came up and took over. But I'm telling you, today feels like the 90s. That's what it feels like to me. Today feels like early 90s, right? Because I remember 1990, City finished higher than us, Irfan. City actually finished higher than us. But Sami Assi, big up for the super chat. We shall see. But if Chelsea do that to your player, Sami Assi, I might have to send a search party because I'm worried what you might do to yourself. I'm telling you. Because you've been on about this player for a long time. This Mikhailo, Mudryk, whatever.
Mudryk, yeah.
Right? Mudryk. Mikhailo Mudryk, you've been on about him for a long time. If Chelsea sign him, I'm sending a search party. Go ahead, Irfan.
Look what CM said about Mudryk here. He's saying, Fabrizio's saying, look, here you go, read it.
It is, yeah.
Chelsea, here we go. Documents have been exchanged between Chelsea and Shakhtar. Deal will cost €100 million, package as Ukrainian clubs always wanted. Fabrizio Romano.
Nah, Irfan.
Todd B, man. Todd Woodward, more like.
Irfan,
he's playing Football Manager out here.
Fabrizio Romano was saying that Gakpo was coming to United, and I knew people who knew 2 days before that Gakpo was going to Liverpool.
Yeah,
I couldn't say it on here. We couldn't say it on there. You know what I mean? Saeed couldn't say it, but we knew Gakpo. We heard really trusted.
Yeah, but Nuruddin, but there was. Yeah, but Nuruddin, but there was.
Fabrizio was saying, Man United Gakpo deal is still open. Nah. Go ahead. Listen, forget about this. This is not an Arsenal channel.
Yeah,
It's not
forget.
an
Yeah,
Arsenal
fuck
channel.
Arsenal.
Man United, Manchester's red.
Yeah.
Irfan, have you seen Clive?
No,
Have you seen Clive?
mate. You know the thing is, Nuruddin, I don't rub it into those guys. All I did was I posted that thing on a Do One page where I posted it on yours as well, where I showed the picture of Varane going to the fans and punching his fist at them. Do you see? I've shared it with you. Look on your phone. You'll see it, right? And like I said, because when I was checking it afterwards, it's mad this game, because when I just look back at some of the reviews and how people reacted, everyone had a different man of the match. So many United fans had different man of the match, and I can't think of a game where 6 players could have been man of the match, and all the fans are picking different people. Some people pick Varane, some people pick Van Bissaka, some people pick Shaw, some people pick Fred, some people pick Malacia, some people pick Rashford, some people. It's crazy, Bruno. I can't think of a game like this before. I've ever seen a reaction where 7 players could be man of the match. Seriously.
Listen, let me just get this by Sammy Assis. Sammy Assis is giving in. Sammy Assis is giving in, people. Please take care of Sammy Assis wherever you are, people. Please.
Oh, he's already gone back on it. Look, yeah.
Sammy Assis says we have Jesus, Smith Rowe, and who's Bellingham?
Balogun.
Balogun.
Coming back.
And how many of them are fit?
Mudryk, who? Wow. He's threw the towel in.
I know. He's through his guard of the book already.
Yeah. He's threw the towel in. But the guys who post Arsenal, how can he go to
money?
Well, Nuruddin, we shall see. I hear you, but let's see. Let's see.
Honestly, listen.
No. Chelsea already showed me Instagram story that.
The story and then
it's time to follow Mudryk.
Yeah.
Well, what's that? Say that again, Arun. Say that again. Sorry. Say that.
Chelsea Football Club have posted a story on Instagram saying it's time to follow Mudryk.
Really?
That's true. Yeah, go on Chelsea's Instagram page. Anybody who's got a phone?
They wouldn't do that unless they know they've got him. Yeah, they wouldn't do that.
Because Shakhtar have announced on their Instagram that they are talking with Chelsea and talks are progressing.
The president's
are you listening to your other reporters? Are you listening to what they're saying? Are you hearing it? You're contradicting what you're saying.
Irfan, it would be the most disgraceful thing for this young player.
It's already happened.
Listen to me.
He sleeps in Arsenal pajamas.
Accepting this money because he's an Arsenal fan. I've literally seen him on Instagram posting and on Twitter him watching Arsenal games.
It's 7 years contract. Really 7 years contract.
It's really sad. But
well, listen, Nuruddin, right? Nuruddin, we're gonna see if your cynicism is right, or whether Tom and Arun are right about this guy. Let's see who's right, because I understand what you're saying about thinking.
Listen, when Sammy Assis is throwing a towel in, it must look like he's done.
You know what's mad though, right? They're offering him a.
But the guy's an Arsenal fan though. That's still.
You said that. Hang on, Tom. Go on. Say that again, Tom. Sorry.
What's mad is they're offering him a 7-year contract till 2030. That's what Chelsea have offered.
Wait a second. Potter's on a 7-year contract. The guy, Badchile, what was his contract? That was quite a long one as well.
I think it was 5.5 for Badchile.
Moneyball Royale.
Listen, right. Listen,
I want to give you a stat, bro. I want to give you a stat that you will really like it. 40% of Marcus Rashford's goal in Premier League have been a winning goal, more than any other player in the history of the league who have scored 50 plus.
Arun, can you come back to me on the stat I tried to say before? Is this the first time City have lost when they've been ahead since 2021?
Since August 2021, yeah.
Did you hear that, Nuruddin? Did you hear that? This when it shook my brain. This one when I heard
2
this.
years.
They haven't lost since August 2021 when they're ahead City. They haven't lost.
And you know what, Irfan? And you know what? Man United this season have not lost a game at Old Trafford once we've been ahead.
This season?
Yeah.
When we've been ahead.
Yeah, but Nuruddin,
I think forever. I think in our history.
No, Irfan, you got to listen to me.
Yeah.
Manchester United have the best defensive record in the league in second half football games.
What do you mean in this current league or in history? What are you talking about?
Current league, in this current league.
In this season.
United, we have the best defensive record of second half performances in this whole league.
And guys, we have never lost a game at Old Trafford when leading at halftime in history, I think.
True.
No, don't be silly. Come on.
I think.
Listen,
wait. That's a crazy one.
Listen, smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. This is where.
Come on, look into that one, please, because that was the time of the brain.
Have you got anything to add? Kumbaye, have you got anything to add before we go to the match ratings?
Ain't lost up in the snow. We're on the
Ain't no up in the snow.
Yeah, that's right. We're on the
We're on
move.
the move. We're
Yeah.
on the move.
We
Listen,
got the groove, man. We got the groove.
listen,
No, let's
we've
hit
got
the
everything.
match ratings, man.
Listen, if you've not seen it, please check out on Twitter. Those of you, check out my Twitter. I posted the best video from Patrice Evra where he's literally singing, "Oh, Sally Kuwait." Oh, look back in anger. He put on some black wig, pretending to be the Gallagher.
Oh yeah,
brothers,
Patrice Evra.
remixing their song.
Seriously, I got to see that. I got to see
He
that.
does it most of the time with Noel Gallagher.
It's
Doesn't it?
brilliant. But
They've like this
listen,
back and forth. Yeah.
listen, let's get honestly, it's going to be very contested.
Hang on, Nerdin. Claire's saying it's true. This stat that we haven't lost. Let's have a look since leading in the Premier League. No, it can't be right. Come on, that can't be right. Come on.
I don't remember many games where we've lost, where we've been winning at Old Trafford.
Claire said it's true. United have not lost a game at Old Trafford in the Prem when we have been winning at half time.
Yeah, but that includes like draws as well, doesn't it? So
yeah, but so what? It's still a crazy stat though.
Yes.
If that's true.
Old Trafford is Mahrez's wife put a search request for a husband. He's not finding 100%, and actually Foden as well, because Foden was missing that much. Pep Guardiola rescued him and said, "Listen, you're drowning, son."
No. He was kidnapped. He was kidnapped. He was. Someone's taking him away. He's been kidnapped. At least Mahrez.
Get the ball, son.
Unformed guy.
You're drowning. Right. Let's get into it, guys. Let's get into it. Let's get into this because it's going to be very contentious. I already know who gets there. I think our captain today. He played at our position. He ran his heart out. At times, he tried to play the Hollywood pass. I wish he was a bit more composed, but you've got to take the good with the bad. And I thought for his goal and the way that goal ignited the stadium and the way he took it and the way he ran to the linesman and put pressure on the linesman to say, I wasn't offside. Bruno's my man of the match. But at the end of the day, it's all our opinion. So let's go, people. Carry on the chat. David De Gea, people. He didn't have that much to do.
He had nothing. He's a 6. He had nothing to do, Nerdin. Nothing at all.
6.5. Listen, we won a derby, 6.5.
Yeah, but
Arun.
But yeah, the score is correct. But we saw differences. If we need to compete against these kind of teams, the distribution ain't there yet.
100%. 100%.
No, that's because the role of the goalkeeper has changed in the last couple of seasons. Because of people like Edison, Alisson to the degree. I mean, who else is as good as Edison as a distributing goalkeeper? Is anybody as good as him?
Alisson, but listen, let's not talk about that. Let's stay focused, guys. Right, 6.5.
Wait, Nordin. Tell everyone in the chat as well to give their scores as well. To everyone in the chat.
We're not going to talk about any of the teams. We're going to talk
No, I'm not. I'm saying tell everyone else to give their scores as well. It's not just us.
That's what I'm asking. Tom, De Gea, quickly. Let's go around quickly, guys. We've got to do it quickly.
Yeah. 7.
7.
7, 6.
We didn't have anything to do.
Bumbaye.
7.
CM.
I'm gonna give him a 6.
Irfan.
6.
Malcolm.
6.
Right. Aaron Wan-Bissaka.
Arun said 6 as well. Arun said 6.
Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Malcolm. Just say the number. Say the number.
Oh, yeah. Okay. 7.
Aaron Wan-Bissaka. 8.5.
CM.
I gotta give him an 8.
CM.
He said 8. He said 8. Go on.
Yeah,
Arun.
9.
9. Look at that 9.
Bumbaye.
8.
Tom.
Okay. Uncle Vaz is
17.
Listen, Tom.
Yeah, what player are we on?
Aaron Wan-Bissaka.
9.
See? 9.
Yeah. Okay, Bumbaye. What did Bumbaye say?
He said 8.
Okay, so we can guess an average 8. Vaz, how much is Wan-Bissaka today?
10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Everybody gets a 10. If you're not giving a 10, you are being deluded. Give everybody a 10 today, boy.
Right. I'm going to stay with you, Vaz. I'm going to stay with you. Varane.
Go on. Vaz, what's your score, Varane? He's giving him a 10.
We can't hear you. Go ahead.
I said 10 out of 10 for Varane as well.
10 out of 10.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
Malcolm.
I'm giving it 8, Nuruddin. I'm giving it 8.
Malcolm.
I'm gonna give Ron a 9, bro. 9.
Okay, Arun.
9.
Shit.
CM.
I'm going with the 8 as well.
Okay.
Tom,
Boumbaye.
Ali Boumbaye, Mr. Boumbaye, go on.
10.
10 for Varane. Shit,
Oh my
wow.
God. Guineas FC tonight.
I
Right.
know. Proper GDFC is.
Luke Shaw. Fan.
8.
CM.
Yeah, he's going to get an 8. Really
Hang on. It should be 8.5 because he's playing out of position. He's playing out role. You know, he's taking Martinez's role, man. What's going on? I give him 8.5 for that, man. Sorry.
9. He doesn't make us wanna. It doesn't make us think of Martinez that much.
Yeah, he don't feel like he's the wrong guy in the wrong position. He don't feel like that at all.
Okay, Arun.
9.
Malcolm.
9.
Vaz.
Shit.
For sure.
Vaz gives a 10. He's already said 10.
Absolutely. Listen, if you're giving anything less than 10, I don't want to talk to you. Don't talk to me. Don't at me. Nothing. 10 out of 10. Simple.
I'm with that.
My God. Right.
Get the
Boumbaye.
champagne out. Get the champagne out. We beat
Get
Manchester.
everything out. Get the splits out.
Get
Get everything out. Come on.
On the good train.
Malcolm.
Wow.
Shaw. What did Shaw get, Malcolm?
Oh, I think I said 9, right? Yeah, I said 9. Yeah.
Okay. We move to Malasia.
Go
Stay
on,
with Malcolm. Malasia.
Last year, 8.
Arun.
8.
CM.
I give him a 7 today.
Irfan.
8.5 because he put their best player, man. He sorted their best player out. He got 8.5.
Boumbaye.
Bro, reason has gone out the window. It's a big fat 10 hen for everything for everybody today. That's it.
Oh my God.
My God.
I'm telling you, Faz and
Hang
Boumbaye.
on, what are you giving him, man? What are you saying? What you give Malasia?
What am I giving Malasia? I'm giving Malasia 8.5. Sorry, 8.5. Yeah. 8.5. Malasia, because you know what? He had Mahrez. Mahrez was their danger man.
He was their
we're
top
going to
player.
midfield. Fred. Irfan, what are you giving Fred? I'm giving Fred
8.5. 8.5.
CM.
8.5 for Fred.
Arun.
I was gonna give him a 9, but he brought his son on the pitch, so 10.
Wow.
Right, at 10. Malcolm.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him a 9. Sorry, 9. Yeah, I'm gonna give him a 9.
Okay.
Yep.
Faz.
I'm gonna give Fred an 8. I think they could have still done better. But he
That's
did a really
unfair.
good job considering his caliber, and he's not the best when he starts, is he? So I'll give him an 8.
Exactly. Boumbaye for Fred.
Bro, it's a 10, man. Everyone gets a 10, I swear. There's nothing
Okay,
wrong with it.
Ericsson.
Great.
Listen, Boumbaye, I'll stay with you, Ericsson.
Go on, think about it, man.
Ericsson, come on, Ericsson. He played for 60 minutes, 66 minutes.
Come on, Mr. Boumbaye.
Right.
Who is it, Ericsson?
Yeah.
Bro, everyone gets a 10. I'm giving 10s out only today. So
No.
everyone
I
with me.
think he was our weakest link. I won't lie. I thought he was our weakest link. Him and Marshall were our
He was
weakest.
brilliant. The first half, he was brilliant.
I'm going to give him a 7.5.
7.5, yeah. 7.5 from me. Malcolm.
Yeah, 7.5.
7.5. Arun.
7.
See, look at this. He can't be the best player. Arun, give him a 7.
7. Go ahead, Arun. CM.
Yeah, I'm going with a 7 as well.
Okay. We move
Hang
to
on,
now.
Vaz. What about Vaz? Go on.
Faz, Ericsson.
7, and that's generous. That's generous.
See what I mean? Check
He
it.
was lackluster today. He didn't help out defensively. He was passing the ball randomly at times. 7, man.
Yeah, I don't think he had a great game.
Stay with you, Vas. I'm gonna stay with you. How much were you giving Casemiro?
Oh yeah, shit.
Oh, because look, Casemiro, we know his level. We know what he's capable of doing when he wants to pass. Today, he was good defensively, but let's be honest, he wasn't his natural self. I think I'll give him a 7, a humble 7, which is fair, very fair.
I agree with you. The passing, he gave the ball away loads in dangerous places. CM, Casemiro today.
100% agree with that one with the 7.
Okay. I'm going to give him a 7.5 because
I'm giving him an 8 because of that touch on Haaland's toe to knock it away. I'm giving him an 8 for that. Okay.
Okay. At 7.5, I'm going to give him. Arun, what are you giving him?
I'm going to give him an 8. On the ball, he was 7. Off the ball, he was big.
Very good.
And he's trying passes. That's why, because whenever he passed Magnificent, the Old Trafford crowd is always clapping, and he's liking that. He wants more every time he's trying things. I hope he doesn't overtry next time. Keep it simple.
Okay, Malcolm.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him just about 8.
Okay, Irfan, we've done it. Bumbaye is giving him a 10. We already know.
Right, go on.
Bruno. To me, Bruno for me, 9.5 gets from me because he played out of position as the captain. When he went central, the game changed. He brought more energy into the midfield. And I thought he ran his heart out. If you watch that game,
he did.
All this season, Bruno's work rate this season has been 10 out of 10 for me. Absolutely. You can't question him. And the finish for the goal, when you've got somebody in front of you, to be able to do that, to take Rashford out of the game like that and bang, curl it into that corner was magnificent. And it changed the direction of the game. So that's what he gets. He gets a 9.5 from his man of the match. I'll go to you, Irfan, quickly.
Yeah, I have to say, this is the best game I've seen for a long time. I'm going to score him the highest out of everyone today so far. I give him a 9.5, and I don't give 9s and 9.5 to anyone. That's the best I've seen from him. Captain, leader, everything I expected from him. I'm playing out of position, you're right, and then back in the middle. So 9.5 definitely from me.
CM.
I'm giving him a 9. We've seen from him a lot of the complaints that people have had of Bruno in the past. He's become a lot more conservative on the ball, making better decisions. And also mentally, he's leading by example, encouraging his players, telling them and holding them accountable as well as himself.
Yeah. Right.
Go on.
Arun.
9, bro, because off the ball hard work should be rated in football, because eventually each player will not have more than 5 minutes on the ball per game. So off the ball is truly important. He's doing amazingly on that.
Malcolm.
I'm gonna give him a 10, man. I think that's the highest I've given Bruno ever, honestly. And I think this is probably the best game I've ever seen from Bruno, man. You know, captain, leader, president, you know what I mean? Led the team to victory and didn't look out of place. So I'm gonna give him a 10.
Okay, Vaz.
Vaz.
What are you giving Bruno?
I'm giving him a very solid 9.5, man. I think just a couple of times he mispassed a couple ball, and I was a bit disappointed. But other than that, playing out of his position, playing a solid, he runs his heart out every game. Take Rashford out that situation and get a goal and be that leader, man. That killer instinct, fantastic. Imagine he didn't take that chance now. And he also, after he scored that goal, the reason why that 0.5 I'm giving extra, because he got behind everyone. He said, "Let's go, Old Trafford." He told all the crowd, "Let's go." And that's what I think helped a lot. So I'd give him a 9.5 solid.
What I loved about it is that he didn't just admire his goal. He ran to the linesman to say, "Listen, I'm not offside."
Yeah, I wasn't off. Yeah, he ran to him. Yeah.
And that's what happened. So 9.5 for him. That's the average. Bumbaye, what are you giving Bruno?
10, man.
Okay.
10. All right, next. Go on next. Martial.
Rashford got, by the way, let me just give this in
context. No, Martial next, Nuruddin. Martial. Do Martial next. Then we'll do Rashford.
No, it's Rashford.
He's the only one that does not get
Rashford missed the 2 best chances. Rashford, to me, missed the best 2 chances in the game in that first half. We should at least put away at least 1. So then he got injured towards the end of that second half. And then Vas will tell you the whole stadium's heart sank because we're like, if he can't run, then he's not the outlet anymore. What's going to happen? So to me, I'm giving a Rashford for keeping the pain, even though I would like to have been taken off, but it was destiny. I'm glad that nobody listened to me. I'm glad that Ten Hag knows better than I do, because we were all screaming, take him off. And the whole stadium was shocked that he came back on the pitch again in that half. So for that, and getting a winner, it takes, and not touching the ball as well, I'm giving him an 8.5. Go ahead, Irfan.
8 for me. 8. You know, I think if he put those 2 chances away in one of them, I'd have given him a 9. But he gets an 8 for me. He's still not quite there as a finisher, but he's the best thing we've got.
CM.
Giving him an 8 as well.
Okay. You know what? By the way, he's equaled one of Man United's legends.
Dennis Violet, yeah. Since the 50s.
Scoring 9 games in a row.
9 games, yeah.
9 games in a row.
No,
And he's equal Van Nistelrooy as well in terms of winning goals that are winning games. Go ahead, Arun, for Rashford.
9 because of, as you said, it takes a strong man to get up from that injury. And I don't know if he was injected or something, but great mental strength. And he has this habit of finishing games by scoring winners. May it continue. So happy.
Malcolm.
I'm gonna give him an 8. Yeah, I think with the 2 chances, I think he should have taken one of them at least. But honestly, even with the injury, man, like I thought that was it for him. Like, but to me, he looked strong when he came on. You know, he was like, you know what, I just need to brush this off, and he did, and he got the winner. And yeah, so to me, it's gonna be an 8 just because of the both chances missed. But yeah.
Okay. Now we're gonna go to Martial. Martial only missed a couple of games, and only trained yesterday. So I'm gonna go straight to Vaz. Martial held up the ball in that first half. At times he couldn't run and press people as much as he usually does, but he held up the ball and we missed him in the second half. What are you giving Martial?
I'm giving him a big 0. Take his contract and burn it. If you're a Martial fan, listen and let me inject this in you. Let me vaccinate you guys. This guy needs to leave this club. He's a problem. He's a headache, and he is not helping us get anywhere in this club. He's not helping us get any trophy at all. We need to get rid of him. Get his contract out. Simple as.
Where have you been all these years, Faz? Where have you been all these years?
Care about all of this.
You got a best friend in Ali Boumbaye,
etc. He needs to go.
Okay. So for you, he gets a fat 0. Boumbaye, how much does Martial get on the first half performance?
Can we give minuses?
You can give whatever you want.
Nah. Bro, listen. Anthony Martial, man. You know, I want it, but I haven't seen it. I've told you 3 years ago, it's not the answer. It's time. You know what? You want to stick him around, keep the fans happy that love him. Okay, I don't mind, but you need somebody better. You need somebody more reliable, man.
Hang on.
Is not the answer, I tell you. But for me, can you give it? I'm not gonna give him a rating because I'm gonna execute his performance if I do. So I'll leave it to you guys.
Okay. Irfan, how much you giving him?
If people, sorry, just quickly, if people want Martial to stay, you guys are rotting this club. I'll say it straight. Rotting this club. You want a person that plays half a season to be pivotal person up in the front line. It is sickening. It is disgusting. And we need these type of people out of the club. Simple. I'll say it as it is.
Well, look, no, listen. I understand what Vaz is saying. I get it. But for me, the reason I don't hate him, and I should hate him as much as Vaz is saying, I should for lots of reasons, because I gave up to him 2 weeks ago. I said, I'm done with this guy. But I understand in terms of our team shape and getting that ball to him, I understand how important it is because no one else will do it. So this is why I'm going to give him a 7, because to me, the setup, no matter if he's a pussy, he doesn't do shit, he's weak ass, he plays an important role in our team until we get another player. So I'm going to give him a 7. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, I give him a 5. Like what Irfan said, I understand why he's in the team, but it reflects on the depth that we have in that position.
Indeed.
You know, in anything in life, availability is the best attribute you can have. And if you're not available, people aren't gonna be able to rely on you when it matters the most.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay, Arun, what are you giving him?
You give him a 5. Go on.
Arun, what are you giving him, Arun?
Yeah, Arun.
I absolutely disagree with everyone here because first half was a better performance from all of us. I give him a 7.
Okay.
I gave him a 7.
Malcolm.
I'm gonna go in between and just give him a 6. Like, I think he looked good in patches, but overall, I don't think he really showed enough to say that he should stay on. But yeah,
Start of second half, we never got hold of the ball.
Massively, 100%. The big drop, it was a massive drop because he was dropping into the hole, holding the ball, and they were scared of his pace. When Anthony came on, they pushed up. Their two centre halves pushed up and were like, Anthony, you can go because we know that you're going to check back anyway. We know what you're going to do. Martial, though, City, if you ask City fans, they're all scared of Martial. They're terrorized by Martial. But to me, I'm giving him a 6.5 for the fact that Eric Ten Hag said to him, I need you for a half in this game. I know you're injured. You only train for one day. I need you for a half. Get out on that pitch. And he did it. So that's what he gets from me. Right. Garnacho. What does Garnacho get? Vaz.
Garnacho, absolutely 100%. For the time that he gave me, I'm going to give him a 10 out of 10, man. He turned the game upside down. He even had me. You know when a cameraman is following the ball and when you fake shot it, you go the wrong way. Even I went the wrong way. This kid is so good. He's a superstar in the making. The song is very much accurate for him. 18 years old. I hope he can keep his feet on the ground. This kid is the next big thing in Manchester United. I'm telling you, man. The guy had the fullbacks on smoke, and because of him, we went and got the winner, man. I'm so proud of him. I'm so happy that he's part of our club. Give him a new contract. If he wants 50 grand, lock him down for 5 years with a 1 year extension and just keep him.
Big up, CM.
Give him a 7.5. The impact he had in that second half, being able to create that goal, and even before that, the runs he was making in behind, being direct, just adding that other option that Rashford was able to do in that first half, but then he came on and was that additional option that was running on behind, putting that City defense under pressure, and they just looked nervous every time he was on the ball.
Arun.
Yes.
Garnacho.
For me, the temperament due to that is 10, because if you see the moment he provided that assist to Rashford, all of us, even City players, even Fred in that frame, were disagreeing with what he was doing next after receiving the ball. He should have passed instead, they were saying. City players weren't expecting to turn that quick. Yeah. 10 out of 10, man. They're big impact, big game player.
Listen, Ake is literally doing come dancing. You know, I'm strictly come dancing. Even though the show is finished with his wife tonight, he's doing the spins. She's literally spinning him, his girlfriend or his wife. That's what she's doing to him because he's stuck in that time frame. Ake is stuck in that time frame because you never thought this kid is going to twist him up that much. Malcolm, how much you giving Garnacho?
Yeah, I'm giving him a 10, man. 10 out of 10, bro. Just for him being there, man. Yeah, just for him being there, man. Just the way he just, gave the fans, just the joy, the passion, like just the way he just brought the fans to life. And then to add the assist, just to add the assist to that, that's just the cherry on the top. So to me, Garnacho, 10 out of 10 for me, man. Just for him being there, his presence.
I'm giving him an 8. I'm not giving him a 10 because I expect him to do that, because I rate this kid a lot. And like I said, when I see more of it and I see it consistently, and I do love this guy, like I say, it wasn't enough for me, but that turn, I give him an 8 for that alone. But he wasn't our best player today, but in the time, result, man. Big major player in the team. Let's just hope he can develop to the next level.
Bumbaye, quickly. Garnacho. Bumbaye, are you there? Garnacho.
Okay. I'll say it for him. It's 10. Okay.
Okay. And what you giving Martinez?
Average 8 for all of those.
Giving Martinez.
There's no point. There's no point. They were on for long enough.
I'm giving him a 7. Listen to me. No, I'm giving him a 7 for rattling. I don't know if you saw it on TV, but he absolutely in the last minute of the game, he's rattled Grealish, and Grealish lost his head. He rattled him. Yes, he did.
I missed it.
The ball went through to David De Gea. David De Gea grabbed it and sat on the floor. Grealish is like that, trying to run to De Gea. Martinez comes from this side and slams him out the way, literally blocks him, and then tells it to his face, "Get the hell out of my face. What are you going to do?" And rattled him. Grealish was crying even to the referee.
I missed that. I got to see that. I missed it.
For that, he gets a 7 from me. Maguire, 6.5. Who else came on?
McTominay.
McTominay,
Maguire.
6'6".
Maguire.
No,
guy
no,
came
no.
on as
If you
well.
watch McTominay, he was on playing a different plan. He was like, he was just lost. A guy looked lost to me. I'm sorry to say.
How much?
Okay.
Manager.
Listen, this is.
Oh, no, what about Ten Hag? Come on.
Yeah, the manager. Irfan, go ahead. You've got 2 sentences.
I'm sorry to say it's a 10. This is the first 10 I can give him. It's the first 10.
Okay.
So he was actually my man of the match.
If
we didn't do Anthony.
Anthony,
7.
6.5 for me. He showed a bit more fight. 6 point. Okay, we'll give it a 7. He showed a bit.
7 for me as well. 7 for me. 7.
Okay, he showed some fight.
Guys,
Go ahead,
we're missing one. We're missing one guy in
Go
the VAR room. Howard Webb.
Oh, was it Howard Webb in the VR room? Was it Howard Webb?
He's one of the
Stuart
referees in
Atwell.
charge.
Stuart Atwell.
It was Michael Oliver, but Howard Webb is also somewhere in the background. I heard.
Really?
I don't know. Like he's one of the referees in the Premier League, like one of the board members of VAR.
Joking.
Oh, no.
He's one of the board members of the VAR department, right? In the Premier League. Yeah. Truly.
Arun, how much you giving Anthony quickly?
7.
Malcolm, quickly.
7.
Vas, Anthony. Vas, Anthony.
You know what? For the time that he gave, for the little time that he played, I think he could have done a little bit better at times. Certain times he should have continued running when he went past the defender, but he decides to pull back or hold back. I don't know if that's a manager's decision or what it is, but I think I'm gonna give him an 8. You know, he's an absolute animal when it comes to working, and he never stops running, never stops helping out the team. Even in the middle, he tried his best today, and I think he could have nicked a goal at certain point of the game as well. But other than that, I'd give him an 8, man. You know me, I'm Anthony FC all the way.
Okay. CM?
I give Anthony a 6.5.
Okay. Okay.
Now it's Ten Hag.
Okay, Bombay, how much you giving Ten Hag before you go?
Oh my God, man! 11, unbelievable. I know City not been playing too good, but nullification of the highest order, man. I'm brilliant today.
Okay.
To keep Luke Shaw on there, to put Bruno in, take Anthony out, do a big shout like that, man. You know what? Full respect. The guy's a G.
Right, big up. I'll stay with you. Okay, Irfan, Ten Hag, how much you giving him?
It's got to be a 10 for what Bombay just said. To stick Shaw in, take Martinez out, to stick Bruno on the right and put Ericsson in behind the strikers. Everything that he did was tactically spot on. Absolutely everything. It's the perfect 10. I give him a 10 for this, definitely.
CM?
I'd give him a 10. I think everything, before this is built up to this point where, I think at this point as Man United fans, we just want to see development, and we want to see the team improve week in, week out. But this moment going down and then coming back and seeing how the crowd reacted, the players reacted, it was a wonderful moment and a great start to the weekend for sure.
Glory, Man United, Scholesy. Get in the mix there, Scholesy. Glory. I've come back, spoiled them rotten, gave them all the treats, and he's knocked out like that. He's got a food coma like that. Like that. What did I do to deserve this? Because your name is Scholesy. Your name's Scholesy. Get out of here. Get out of here. Listen.
My Ten Hag rating is 10 because when Thomas Tuchel signed for Chelsea, I was really jealous and envious of his winning percentage at previous clubs. Because
what is that percentage, by the way?
Thomas Tuchel's had 68% in Chelsea, but previously he had 70 plus for PSG. And
Do you know what Pep's is? Do you know what Pep's is?
Pep's first 27 games was 58. Eric Ten Hag is 72 or something like that.
No, but what do you know what Pep's overall is?
I'm not too sure.
I think it's 74.8.
Hey, not bad.
Okay.
Then,
Okay, so go ahead, CM. You giving him what are you giving Ten Hag?
He said a 10 already. He said 10.
Okay, Malcolm.
Can I sing a song?
Hurry up.
Come on. No. Listen. It goes like this: 1 hog, 2 hog, 3 hog,
3 hog, 4 hog, 5 hog, 6 hog, 7 hog,
10 hog. 10 hog.
Right, you giving him a 10.
Nice,
Mas,
nice
what are you giving the boss? What are you giving the boss?
Can you smell the cigar? I got the cigar, Lurden. I was not lying. I'm a man of my word. I said I would be smoking. Listen, Nuruddin, I went and got myself 3 cigars. I got a whole box. I got one for City. I got one for Arsenal. And I got one for Barcelona. We're going to smoke them all. Ten Hag. Absolutely 10 out of 10 for the masterclass that he's putting on. Masterclass. 10 Hag masterclass.
Right, there you go. Irfan, you giving him. I'm going to give Ten Hag just his tactically, positionally, in terms of the way he took Rodri out the game in the first half. He took Kevin De Bruyne out of the game in the first half. He took Walker out the game in the first half. He took Cancelo out the game. All of he took Bernardo out of the game. Foden out the game.
One more time, how Nuruddin? Just remind me one more time how you think that happened. Why? What you do to take them all again?
What he did is that to stop City, you have to cut the overloads on different sides of the pitch. They only do that when they get the rhythm of passing. But Fred, Eriksen, the way that Bruno was coming back to help out Malacia, all Man United, we did not play a low block. It was a mid block. The mid block to block the middle of the football pitch. To go, they interchange. They come in like there's always a 3 in a 3. They'll come in like one pass, two pass, another pass, and then the forward pass. So they always do this the triangle, but they then take it to the sides and get you then switch the play quickly. We did not allow them to do that. And for that alone, he learned so much. And I was doubting him last night. I'm 100%. I put my hands up. I was doubting him last night. That way, the positions that he picked, the players that he picked, that was fantastic. And I genuinely, in my heart of heart, believe if we had a fit Martial, if we had a fit Rashford, if we had a fit Sancho today, Man United, we would have smashed them for 4 today. I believe that genuinely. Because City, we nullified them. And in places in the attack where we needed to be composed, we were not composed enough. We were playing too much of the Hollywood pass. And if you put Sancho in that team, he'll keep it and play that intricate move. But we didn't have the confidence. We would try to play too much Hollywood pass. And that's why we're giving the ball away a lot. But saying that, brilliant. So happy for him because none of the ex-players wanted him. Majority of the media wanted Pochettino because he's friendly with the British press. Only the diehard United fans said, we want Ten Hag. We want a guy who's going to be the next manager that's on the up. A guy who's going to be on the up. We don't want a damaged manager. We want the guy who's on the up. And for that, for me, it is an amazing. I'm so happy for him. I'm so happy for him because the connection that, even though the Glazers are in the background, this horrendous football structure is there, and it gets me frustrated and wound up. Like I said it on a fan cam when I came out the stadium. I said he's working with scraps, but he's making magic happen with scraps. If you looked on the bench today, he's got Harry Maguire, Lindelof, Martinez. He's got Garnacho. That's the only attacking player, and Elanga to bring on. Like, what else? He had this club could not even register workers, backers, in time for him to have a bit in the game. So for that, I'm giving him 10 hard. You're getting a 10. Because for me, it's psychologically what he's done to these footballers who, some of them are damaged. What he did to them to get them to fight is huge. And I'm not getting giddy. I'm not getting too excited. I'm excited because I've knocked on balls.
I'm sick of it. I'm sick of miserable FC. You're part of Giddy FC now. I'm tired. I'm tired of miserable old Uncle Grey Hair FC. Get with it. Get with the times now. Giddy FC. Join the parade. Or else when we win the title, you're not coming on the bus.
No, bro. Before,
See what I mean?
I have to really thank Gary Neville for tweeting out the poll between Pochettino and Ten Hag during those days when we were interviewing the managers.
Yeah. Pick up Gary Neville on that one. I've told him already.
Because Ten Hag won the vote by 80% or something. So that was big. And we know the club follow Gary Neville.
And Gary Neville was shocked by that. Yeah. But anyway, on that note, people, absolute pleasure. I am giddy as high. I've got so much adrenaline pumping through me. I've lost my voice. I want to thank everybody, and especially Vas for jumping on so late. So make sure you check out Planet Vas all across social media, people. And man, listen, next Friday, if you're around Manchester, let me know. I'm coming to the studio. I'm coming to dissect it. So let me know. Right?
We're gonna make it happen. I'm going. I've got my life to do. I've got my cigar. I'm about to relax. Relaxation time. Relaxation time.
Watching Match of the Day with a cigar, yeah?
Yes, watching Giddy FC unfold. I told you, you should have bought stocks in me before. You never believed in me. You didn't believe in me, but look at you now. Look at you now.
Listen. City fans were telling me the Cyborg was going to get another hat trick, and now they're not answering their phones. It's all gone silent.
What were the fans chanting? Erling, where's the dad? Or something like that. Haaland, where's the dad?
No, you know what they were?
Nerdin, the Foden one. Where was Foden, Nerdin? Where was Foden?
Listen, Foden, what it was. Listen, please smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. But make sure you check out CM across all social media. Make sure you check out Aaron DVD. Is it one? Yeah, Aaron DVD one on Twitter. Make sure you check out Michael Kilza on Twitter and across all social media. Make sure you check out Irfan Rainey on Twitter and music also on Instagram, and Therapy Army. Big up yourself, every one of you. Yesterday, I'm disillusioned because they couldn't register this player. I knew Martial was injured. Today, Rashford, Garnacho, Ten Hag, the Old Trafford atmosphere. You know what? It was raining. It was windy, rainy. You know what? I felt like I was one of the people of what's that film called? What's it called? E.T. I felt like I was E.T. I was cycling in the crowds, the clouds.
And the fact that Liverpool lost as well.
I'm not even asked about them. But yeah, apparently, listen, Welbeck was impersonating Pele, doing flipovers and the volleys like Pele. Honestly, Welbeck, our boy from Longside, scoring goals like Pele, mate, against the Scousers. And that just gives me the most joy. But I want to thank every one of you in the panel tonight and every one of you in the comment section. Manchester's red. I'm going to celebrate this unless we meet them in one of the cups. I'm going to celebrate this. I'm going to celebrate this hard, people, because you know why? I can walk around with my head held high.
Can't wait to go back to work on Monday, bro.
I'm going to be walking around like that saying, what happened to the Cyborg? The Cyborg malfunctioned tonight. I don't think he even had 3 touches. Forget about, they told me he was going to score hat tricks. He malfunctioned. I don't even think he had 3 touches. 3 touches tonight. The Cyborg. And you know what? When he was going off the pitch, I ran right to pitch side and I said, Keto, he's magic, Keto. And he looked at us like that and then put his head down, started shaking his head.
Like bit harsh, Nerdin, a bit harsh.
The Cyborg wasn't on charge. No, Old Trafford. You know Old Trafford, Super Nick. It's like I want Old Trafford to become like kryptonite for him. Kryptonite, where he doesn't get any battery or energy. Cyborg battery wasn't on charge.
When the interviewer asked Pep about the offside decision, he said, "We know which stadium we are playing in."
Cry me a river. Cry me a river. Cry me a river. Like Stephen A. Smith says, guys, we don't care. Offside, no offside, we don't care. That's what we don't do. We don't care. But big up to everybody on the chat. Win, lose, draw. And big up to everybody who turned up on the protest, by the way. Everybody who turned up on the protest. Big up. Everybody who turned up on the protest before the game. So love and light, people. And win, lose, draw, Glazers out, anchors out. Yeah,
can I just say something quick? Can I just make a quick announcement? Just a quick announcement. So for those of you that have been watching me on Northern's channel for quite a while now, I will be starting a YouTube channel sometime this week. So yep, it's coming. So, yep, so once I get back to the US, I'm gonna start, getting all the stuff sorted out and everything. So I should be ready
Probably by that. I should be ready to to cover the Arsenal game. But yeah, it's
Big up,
coming, guys.
listen, Malcolm,
YouTube channel is
big
coming.
up. We'll support you. The
It's
community
coming.
will
It's
support you. No problem. Listen, where do you live in the US again? Where do you live?
Baltimore.
Oh
Baltimore.
wow, Maryland. Wow.
Listen,
Okay.
Yep.
Baltimore.
Listen, you need to find Man United supporters in Baltimore, and you should do
Oh,
match
for real, man.
reactions with them. You should do
Yeah.
help me.
No, it needs to set it up. There will be. There will be. I've got a lot of United fans in New Jersey.
Yeah. Listen,
Yeah.
big up to you, Malcolm. Big up. We'll support you. You'll come on, explain your channel. I'll post a link to it as well. Big up to everybody. Enjoy your Saturday night. Get a glass of wine, those of you who drink. Those of you smoker, wrap up a spliff. A big fat one, those of you smoke ganja. Those of you who don't smoke, treat yourself with a cheesecake tonight. Treat yourself with maybe a late one, late Chinese, a late Indian, a late whatever food you like. Treat yourself, because you know what? Manchester is red. A man like me, Irfan and Bombay, can walk around, and Arun can walk around. Those of us who live in the city can walk around, because we know CM, we know Malcolm, we know Tom. There ain't that many City fans in Sheffield, in London, or in Rwanda, or in Baltimore. So we were gonna walk around with our head held up high, chest out, asking, where is Mahrez? Has anybody seen Mahrez? Has anybody seen Foden? Has anybody seen Pep and the napkin that he was crying into? No, nobody's seen them. No, they're all gone missing. So good night. Smash the like on the video. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Super Nick says, I'm giddy and I don't care. Hey, what a song title that is there for Irfan, that's a track. That's a track. That is a track. I'm giddy. That's a house track. I'm giddy and I don't care.
We'll work on it. We'll work on it. Yeah.
Lose, draw, Glazers out, Bankers out. Come on, United. The city is red. The city belongs to us. Peace, love, light. Take care. Take care, people. Take care. Take care. Take care. Take care, people. Take care. Love. Good night.